Hello dear students, I hope you are doing well and keeping safe at home. So this is our video of the chapter 2, that is relations and functions, and in today's video we shall learn about what is ordered pair and Cartesian product, and we shall solve a few problems from the exercise 2.1. So let us see what is ordered pair. As you have got in your grade 10, so ordered pair is basically if I have two sets A and B, and if I take an element A belongs to the set A and small l B belongs to the capital B, then if I write a pair A comma B, then such kind of pairs are called ordered pairs. So here why I have said it as ordered pair, so in such type of pairs or such type of elements, the first element will always come from the first set and the second element will always come from the second set. Fine. So clearly this is not equal to BA, because here B is from the second set and A is from the first set. So here the order has been changed. So in such a case, these two are not same. So this is called the ordered pair. Okay. So if I want to say that two ordered pairs are equal, then what must happen? The first element must be equal to the first element of the corresponding set, and the second element must be equal to the second element of the corresponding pair. Okay, that means we can only say that two pairs are equal if AB is equal to AB. Only in such a case we can say that these two are equal. So we shall discuss a few problems from the equality of pairs. And next, using this concept, we shall study what is Cartesian product. So basically, to define Cartesian product, we need two sets. Let us take two sets A and B. So what is Cartesian product? It is the cross product of A and B, and its elements will look like, actually it's a collection of ordered pairs where A belongs to capital A and B belongs to capital B. Fine. So this is a set of the elements of the ordered pair. Okay. Now, for example, if I take A is equal to A1, A2, and B is equal to B1, B2, B3, then what will be A cross B, or what will be the Cartesian product of A and B? It will be A1, B1, that is first element from here, then A1, B2, first, second, A1, B3, again A2, B1, A2, B2, and A2, B3. So we just see the sequence. We have always taken the first element, then the second element. Here also we have taken the first, second, and third. So basically we have not taken any element like B1, A2 or B1, A1. We have not considered such type of elements. That means we have maintained our order, and that is why we can say that A cross B is a set of ordered pairs. Fine. So this is how we write the Cartesian product of two sets. Okay. So from here, one thing to be noticed is that this set, suppose the set A, here the number of elements is 2, and for the set B, here the number of elements is 3. So what is the number of elements of A cross B then? Here you can see the number of elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 6 elements. So from there I can write 6 is equal to 2 into 3, and that is equal to number of elements of A into number of elements of B. Fine. So from there we can conclude that number of element of A cross B is equal to number of element of A into number of element of B. So in the exercise 2.1, we have the question number 1, that is, it is given if x by 3 plus 1 y minus 2 by 3 is equal to 5 by 3 and 1 by 3. So we need to find the values of x and y. Now there is a property that two ordered pairs are same only if their corresponding elements are same. So here they have discussed about the equality of these two ordered pairs, that is these two are same. So what is the possibility? If we want to make these two ordered pairs same, then their corresponding elements must be same, isn't it? So clearly, or we can write as the given pairs are equal, so we must have what? X by 3 plus 1 is equal to 5 by 3, and we must have y minus 2 by 3 is equal to 1 by 3. That is, the corresponding elements are equal. Now what is this equal to? X by 3 is equal to 5 by 3 minus 1, and here we have y is equal to 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3. So that will be equal to x by 3 is equal to 2 by 3, and here we shall have y is equal to 3 by 3. So if I cancel both sides, it will be x equal to 2, and here we shall have y is equal to 1. So thus we have find out the values of x and y. So it's quite easy. This is how we find it. Now let us see question number 2. Here they have said if a set A has 3 elements, if a set A has 3 elements and the set B is equal to 3, 4, 5. So clearly in question number 2, the number of elements of the set A is 3 and B is equal to 3, 4, 5. Then find the number of elements in A cross B. So what we need to find? We need to find n of A cross B. Okay. Now how to find it? Here it is given the number of A is equal to number of elements of A is 3 and B is 3, 4, 5. So from there I can write what? Number of elements of B is equal to 3. What do we need to find? Number of elements of A cross B. So number of elements of A cross B is given by number of elements of A into number of elements of B, that I have discussed earlier. And what is n of A? It is 3. N of B is 3. So that is equal to 9. Quite easy. Now let us see question number 4. In question number 4 they have said state whether each of the following statements are true or false. If the statement is false, rewrite the given statements correctly. Okay. So question number 4(1) says if P equal to Mn and Q is equal to Nm, then P cross Q is given as Mn and Nm. Fine. So we need to check that whether it is true or false. So how to do? Here the sets given are P and Q. So if I take the cross product of P and Q, forget about this. If I take the cross product of these two elements, so how will it be? So just for our better understanding, if I write here M, N, N, M. So one option is that I can connect M with N, then I can connect M with M, N with N and N with M. That means the Cartesian product will give us M, N first, then M, M first, second, then N, N second first, and then N, M second. So this is our Cartesian product of P and Q, but here they have written only two elements, so this is definitely wrong, isn't it? So in this case it is false. Now let us see question number Roman 2. It is given that if A and B are non-empty sets, then A cross B is a non-empty set of ordered pairs XY such that X belongs to A and Y belongs to B. Yeah. So here they have given A and B are non-empty sets. So let us consider A is any set and B is any set. So what about the Cartesian product? We know that the definition of Cartesian product is given A cross B is given by any element, any ordered pair AB such that A belongs to the first set and P belongs to the second set, isn't it? So here they have written the same thing. It's an ordered pair XY such that X belongs to A and Y belongs to B. That means it is correct. So it's, in this case it is true. The third one, if A is equal to 1 2, B is equal to 3 4, then what? Then A cross B intersection phi is equal to phi. Okay, let us verify it. Let us see whether it is true or false. So at first, what we have to find? We have to check A cross B intersection phi. Fine. Now at first, what is B intersection phi? B intersection phi means this is our B. So B is 3, 4 intersection phi. So from the properties of set, if I intersect any set with the empty set, then it will be phi itself, isn't it? And next we have to take the cross product of, that is A cross B intersection phi, and that will be equal to A cross B intersection phi is phi, and the Cartesian product of A with phi will be always phi. Why? Because if I consider A is any set 1 2 suppose, and B is phi, so that means it does not contain any element, so I cannot take any Cartesian product with any of the elements to this set, isn't it? So definitely our A cross B will be phi, will be empty. Fine. Okay, so thus we have got A cross B intersection phi is equal to phi. Therefore we can say that the third question is correct. Okay, now let us see question number 6. You can do it yourself, find A and B. Question number 7 I have done one in PDF, and other one you can try it. It's quite easy. Let us see question number 8. So question number 8 says, let A is equal to 1 2 and B is equal to 3 4. So we need to write A cross B first. Okay, let us write A cross B. What is that? Or Cartesian product of AB, that will be first into first. So 1 3, then 1 4, then 2 3 and 2 4. So we have got 4 elements from here. Now the second part they have asked is, how many subsets of A cross B, how many subsets will A cross B have? So what is A cross B? It's a set, isn't it? So it is a set containing 4 elements. And how many subsets will it have? You have done in your first chapter. So if A contains suppose A, B and C, then how many subsets, or let us take only A and B, and how many subsets can we write? Subsets of A will be phi, then the A individually, then B individually, and then AB together. Fine. That means if there are 2 numbers, so we have got 4 subsets, so that will be equal to 2 square, isn't it? So in this case, how many elements does A cross B have? 1 2 3 4 elements. So the number of subsets will be equal to 2 to the power 4, and that is equal to 16. So this thing you have got in your first chapter also, how to do it. Also, if you want to calculate it separately, we can do it. Let us see. Here 4 elements are there, so the subsets will be what? The first one will be phi. Always remember that phi is a subset of any set. Then 1 3, so while writing it, put it under a second bracket, only then we shall consider it as a set, otherwise it remains only as an element. Then 1 4, write all the elements, then 2 3 inside 2 brackets, then 2 4. So here we have got 5 elements, 1 2 3 4 5. Next, what can be a subset of this? Now let us consider 2 to each. So 1 3 1 4, then 1 3 2 3, close it by third bracket, second bracket, sorry, or curly braces, then 1 3 2 4. So 1 3 case is done. Now let us take 1 4 2 3, then 1 4 2 4, then 2 3 2 4. So 2 2s are done. Let us take the 3 case, 3 at a time. 1 3 1 4 2 3. This 3 we have taken. Then let us take this and this. 1 3 2 3 and 2 4. Okay, and let us take 1 4 2 3 2 4. So we have taken almost all the elements, and the last, that is the original set itself, that is 1 3 1 4 2 3 2 4. Fine. So how many subsets are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 will be there. 1 3 1 4 and 2 4, excluding this. So we have got 16 subsets. Okay, so this is our question number 8. Now let us do question number 10. So in question number 10, they say that the Cartesian product A cross A has 9 elements. The Cartesian product A cross A has 9 elements. That is, number of elements of A cross A is equal to 9. This is given in the question. Among which are found -1 0 and 0 1. So in the question they say that -1 0 belongs to the Cartesian product A cross A, and 0 1 belongs to the Cartesian product A cross A. So these two are already there. What do we need to find? Find the set A and the remaining elements. So from this hint we can see that if -1 0 belongs to A cross A, then the first element belongs to A, that is -1 belongs to this A, and 0 belongs to the second A. And from here what can we say? 0 belongs to the first A and 1 belongs to the second A. Fine. So here we can see that since all the A's are same, so from there what can we conclude? If I take this as equation 1 and this is equation 2, so from 1 and 2 we get -1 0 1 belongs to A. That is, in other words, I can write A is the set -1 0 and 1. So if this is the set, then what will be A cross A? A cross A will be the same set into the Cartesian, the same set Cartesian product by the same set. That is, the first element will be -1 1, -1 -1, next -1 0, next -1 1, then 0 -1, then 0 0, 0 1, last one is 1 -1, 1 0 and 1 1. So we have got 9 elements of the Cartesian product of A and A. Fine. Okay, so that will be the end of our first exercise, that is 2.1, and as well as the end of this video. So in the next video we shall come up with relations and exercise 2.2. So till then, stay home and stay safe. Thank you.